Hey guys, welcome to my channel, GP Valued. I created this channel to document my journey towards financial independence. I will be posting monthly net worth updates to share and track my debt payoff and progress towards my FI number. I will also be sharing various methods and tools that I use to track, organize, and optimize my finances. So let's get started by looking back at my January 2019 assets and how my net worth grew by $137,000. As you can see, back in January 2019, I had $43,000 in cash and investments. This category includes cash, checking, savings, and money market accounts. Our emergency fund also sits in the cash and investments category. My husband and I don't want to have too much cash sitting in checking or savings accounts due to the loss of opportunity to grow if it were invested in the market. So our goal this year is to put more money into our investment accounts. As I mentioned early on in this video, our goal is to achieve financial independence, which means we would need to grow our non-retirement accounts that we can tap into once we achieve financial independence and retire early. I will get into more detail about our financial independence goal and timeline in another video. Next category is retirement. Between my husband and I, we had $137,000 in our retirement accounts, which were comprised of our 401k, IRA, and Roth IRA accounts. The last category under assets is our home value. We use Zillow's estimate to get the value of our home in the current market. There are other ways to derive the value of our home, but we chose to stick with Zillow. This brings our total asset to $640,000 in the month of January in 2019. Next, let's look at our December numbers and see the change in our assets in the span of 12 months. In December, we had $65,000 in cash and investments. In 1 year, our cash and investments grew by $22,000 or 51%. Next, in our retirement accounts, we had $221,000, which is an increase in $84,000 or 61%. My husband and I maxed out our IRA accounts in December and both contributed the maximum $6,000. We also consistently contributed about 10% of our salaries to our 401ks throughout the year. The rest of the growth can be attributed to the good market conditions. Lastly, Zillow estimated our home value to be about $490,000, which is an increase in $30,000 or 7%. This brings our total assets to $776,000 in December 2019, which is an increase in $136,000 or 21% in the span of 12 months. Now that we covered the assets, let's dive into the liabilities. In January 2019, I had $29,000 in student loans. One of my goals in 2020 is to aggressively pay down my student loans. Next, I had $3,000 in credit card debt. My husband and I pay off our credit cards in full every month. We like to take advantage of the cash back and points offered by the credit card companies. The $3,000 in credit card debt may have been due to some Christmas shopping. Next, under car loan number 1, we have $7,000. This was the balance owed on our leased car, which we returned back in September. Car loan number 2 is left blank in January, but I will list the balance owed for the new leased car under December. After we returned our car in September, we leased another car, which we will be returning in 36 months. Last but not least is our mortgage. We owe $387,000 on our home. Our goal is to pay off our mortgage as soon as we can to reduce our expenses once we are FIRE. This brings our total liabilities to $426,000. Now let's look at our December liabilities. In December, I had $25,000 owed on student loans, which means I paid off $4,000 or reduced my student loans by 14%. I had $2,000 in credit card balance, which is due to some Christmas shopping, again, and a family vacation that took place over the holidays. Even though we pay off our credit card every month, I still calculated the change in the balance owed compared to January. The credit card balance is $1,000 or 33% lower compared to January. Since our lease ended in September, we were free and clear of all the lease payments for car loan number 1 by December. For our new leased car, or car loan number 2, we still have 33 months of payments remaining. I listed $16,000, which totals the amount we still have to pay until the lease matures. This is a $16,000 increase in debt by December 2019 for car loan number 2. Finally, we get to the mortgage category. By December 2019, we owed $382,000 on our mortgage. This is a decrease in $5,000 on our mortgage, or about a 1% decrease. This year, I want to increase my monthly mortgage payments to start tackling the mortgage principal. My husband and I haven't decided on what the extra amount would be yet, but hopefully in the coming weeks, we will be able to decide on an amount and update our budget. Finally, we get to our total liabilities for the month of December, which is $425,000. In total, this is only a decrease in $1,000 or less than 1% decrease on our total liabilities in the span of 12 months. Before we head on over to the net worth slide, please be sure to subscribe down below if you like the content and want to continue seeing similar videos to this. So now we're here at our net worth slide. Our total assets increased by 21% from $640,000 to $776,000. The total liabilities decreased by $1,000 from $426,000 to $425,000. This brings me to a 64% increase in my net worth from $214,000 in January to $351,000 in December. This is a $137,000 increase in my net worth. Throughout the year, we had our ups and downs, but looking at the grand picture, slow and steady savings and investments really make a huge impact. There were times when we were putting away a lot of money towards our investment accounts only to see a decrease overall due to dips in the market. We also had a month where we were netting negative because we were faced with an unexpected tax payment owed to the IRS. We were underpaying in taxes in 2018. Thankfully, we had a fully funded emergency fund we were able to tap into to make this payment. Also, a good portion of our net worth increase is due to the increase in our home value. Our liabilities did not decrease that much in 2019. So this year, my husband and I will not only work to increase our assets, but also make it a priority to lower our liabilities by paying down our student loans and mortgage aggressively. With that said, thank you guys for watching my first video, and stay tuned for my January 2020 net worth update. Also, please share with me what your focus is for 2020. Is it to lower your liabilities by paying down your debt, or increasing your assets by earning more income? Leave your answers down below in the comments section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, GP Valued, to help me continue making videos similar to this. Thank you.